Hasan Piker, a man who once had a very reliable reputation, or at least was considered more likable than he is currently, which was only worsened with the drama between him and WillyMacShow, who made a series of videos on Hasan, causing Hasan to snap and challenge him to a debate, which went horrible for Hasan as everyone but his fans thought Willy won that. Now, while there are many flaws that Hasan has, such as being elo boosted by his uncle, having react content that would make Jinx proud, like seriously, his share carries his react streams harder than Hasan himself, LARPs as a socialist for clout, and a political propagandist who flies off the handle at the slightest disagreement.
My issue as a trans person is the fact that you, a guy that isn't super well versed on trans shit, brought on a known transphobe knowing he might bring up transphobic shit. You aren't exactly a Vosh at trans debates. I hope that the rest of your life is as horrible as it is every single day. Okay? There you go. Suck my dick. I despise you. IDF didn't bomb the hospital. Change title. IDF didn't bomb the hospital. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Yes, it fucking did. You fucking piece of shit. Yes, it absolutely did. Fuck you. Fuck you. You genocidal scumbag.
If you want to see some of the older stuff he's done, I made a video a while back, although it doesn't cover more recent drama like his takes on Israel versus Palestine or his debate with Willy. Hasan also got into recent drama where he let a Yemeni pirate speak on stream in response to the recent Houthi pirate news, causing mass amounts of backlash because obviously it's kind of fucked letting a pirate who is allegedly part of the Houthi group which is attacking cargo ships, among many other things, onto your stream. He also compared his actions to Luffy from One Piece, which is just peak brain rot.
Does he know what One Piece is?
One Piece, like, is that an organization?
No, One Piece is an anime.
Oh, اوكي. اول شيء بقول لك انه ممكن هذا السؤال يكون شوي اهبل، بس بسألك تعرف شو هو ون بيس؟ عمرك سمعت بون بيس؟
اكيد يعني منذ الطفوله وانا اشاهد ون بيس لوفي.
Is it Luffy?
Yeah, he said he's been watching it since he was a kid.
No way!
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes, that's fire. That's so fire. Oh my god, dude. We think the Houthis Ansar Allah is doing what Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
Oh my god, this pirate is just like my hecking animes! Kawaii desu! But despite all of Hasan's many flaws, that would be whatever, as there are many people who, for lack of a better term, are even worse than Hasan if not as bad. But what makes Hasan's case so special are all his little fanboys who latch onto him and inflate his ego, which only serves to make Hasan more insufferable because of his echo chamber of crazy fans. If I were to describe these people, it would be like, you know how people get with sports teams where they get really tribalistic and aggro with each other? One only needs to look at the drama that happened between Hasan and Willy to see the most recent example in which Hasan fans would go on to glaze. It's basically like that, but for politics. Now, initially I was also going to cover Hasan fans after I covered the debate, but after seeing how long the video is now, I decided that I would save it for another video, so without further ado... I'll take you down to my slaughterhouse, buckle on my death to the cause. So like I said before, WillyMacShow is a commentary YouTuber who made a series of videos critiquing Hasan. Well, in one of his more recent videos, he heavily criticized Hasan for his poor coverage of the Israel and Palestine war, among many other things in his videos about Hasan if you want to check them out yourselves. But eventually Hasan got tired of Willy and openly challenged him to an impromptu debate. Now, while Willy just wanted Hasan to react to if he was that dissatisfied with the points, Hasan immediately gets antagonistic and goading. Anyways, to sum up the debate, it's a complete clusterfuck where Hasan essentially tries overspeaking and shouting over Willy for most of the debate. But Willy still holds his ground despite not being well versed in the art of debate because shocker shocker, if you're right then you don't need to be a good debater. It's blatantly obvious that Hasan only let Willy on because he was expecting a slam dunk debate win. However, looking at the like to dislike ratio in the comments for the debate that was uploaded by a Hasan fan account, it's obvious that most people are Team Willy. To give you an idea of how bad the debate went for Hasan, Destiny, the ultimate debate bro, did a video covering it, and in the title he implies that the debate should have been easy for Hasan but he fumbled it. Now, I know you guys are going to say, but Hasan and Destiny hate each other. But even with that info, Destiny is still saying that this debate should have been Hasan-sided, implying that Willy isn't a great debater. Now, fair warning, I'm going to skip over some parts where my response is basically repeating an earlier statement I say, so if you want to see the full debate to make sure I'm not taking anything out of context, link is in the description. But enough about that, as I'm sure you guys are here to actually see the debate. So without further ado, let's get into it.
On that note, here is the WillyMacShow. What's up, WillyMacShow?
Hey, what's up, Hasan?
Not much. So I am not very familiar with what you do, but I believe you've done a couple videos about how dog shit I am, I think, right? You want to turn on your camera, by the way?
I mean, I'm recording. I don't think I can at the same time.
Okay. All right. Well, that's unfortunate, but all right. So you
Did you watch the videos?
No, of course not. I have a policy of not really watching videos such as that one, specifically because it will frustrate me, and then I will have to
You want to
respond
debate
to
about
it.
a video you didn't even watch?
Dude, it hasn't even been a full minute yet, and already Hasan is self-owning so hard by admitting that he's never seen the video made on him. How are you supposed to have a debate with someone on their video if you don't even know what points you're going to bring up? Let's say that someone made a video on you and you want to argue with them about it. Wouldn't it make more sense for you to see their video so you at least know what they're going to bring up against you? Isn't this debate 101 where you find out what your opponent is going to say so you can respond to it? Even Willy's flabbergasted by this open lack of preparation.
Why? Yeah, of course. You made the video. I'm not like debating a random person about a video I didn't watch. You made the fucking video. So let's hear.
I know, but
what
that
your
kind of like
gripes
that kind of
are.
links up to like my big criticism with you is that you don't actually put in the bare minimum effort to research anything before you jump to conclusions. That's why your tweet when you're like, "Hey, I want to debate Willy."
Do you really consider me watching a fucking dumbass YouTube video from a drama farming channel to be doing research? I don't need to do research
this is what you're
on a
talking
video.
about. You're going into a topic you don't know anything about.
Brother, just give me what you want to say. Give me what you want to say. The video's about me, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
sure,
fucking talk to me about what the fucking points of the video are and let's discuss it. The fuck do you mean?
My main criticism.
Why would I have to research a video about myself? Like, oh man, I can't believe I have to watch.
I have no doubt you didn't.
I have to watch a fucking dumbass talk shit for 25 minutes and jerk off like all the fucking talking points that I've heard about myself over and over again. Incredibly stupid. Give me the fucking takes and we'll talk about it. Okay, go on.
Yeah, Mike.
What kind of logic is this even supposed to be? You asked Willy to debate because you were clearly unsatisfied with his points against you. Yet you are debating him on video points that you know nothing about because you haven't even watched the video, which is the main topic of discussion. Actually, Hasan said that Willy could explain his points in the video right now, so what's the big deal? The problem is that there wouldn't be a need to do this explanation if you actually did some research on what Willy's going to bring up by watching the video and seeing what he says there. You are only proving Willy's point that you don't do basic research. On that note, how would you even know that he repeats the same talking points you've heard so many times before if you've never even seen the video? Sounds to me like you're just making stuff up. At this point, Hasan's just trying to talk loud and hope that he can silence the other person. Basically the, I said it louder, so I win the argument type headass. Keep this in mind because it will be a reoccurring theme in this debate.
My take is that you have a pattern of behavior where breaking news happens, you jump to wild conclusions talking way too confidently.
Okay, give me an example.
Who disagrees with
example.
you.
Give me an example.
All right,
are you going to talk about... Okay.
There was reports that Ukraine was going to be invaded by Russia. You confidently said no, it wasn't, despite all the reports. Then Russia invades. And then instead of apologizing and correcting the story, you then
Wait, I didn't apologize and correct the story?
You justify the invasion.
Wait,
right?
I didn't apologize and correct the story?
Let me finish my...
Wait, hold on.
No, this is important.
This
is the pattern of behavior.
Because you said you... Wait. Hold on. You're the one who doesn't do his research because I did apologize and I did correct the record. You just didn't fucking see it.
You kind of walked it back too.
Wait, no. I very clearly apologized for it. You didn't see that because all you do is look at fucking clip chips.
It's in the video. It's in one of my videos.
So why did you just now bring it up as though I've never apologized?
Oh, this is so like Hasan. And then the worst part is when people call you out.
Why did you just bring that up as I never apologized?
It's all out of context.
Why did you just say I never apologized for it when I did?
Right? You claim that's all out of context.
Why did you say I never apologized? Why did you just say I never apologized?
Justify more. You then make more outrageous claims.
I'm sorry. Why did you say I never apologized if I did and you just repeated after I said no, I did apologize. You moved the goalpost. You moved the goalpost and you tried to fucking act like I was just backtracking.
I didn't move the goalpost, dude. This is exactly my criticism.
You did. Stop saying this is exactly my criticism. Okay, but then your criticism is
video,
fucking stupid.
Your apology is in there.
Okay,
you just didn't watch it, so you're just making shit up right now. That's what you're doing.
No, I'm going off of what you're saying.
Because you didn't watch the video, because you don't research anything, which is the whole criticism.
Why would I watch a fucking stupid video that you made when I'm talking to you? Because the video is about me. You
That's
said
topic
with
right now,
your
and you're saying
words that I didn't
do
actually
something that I
apologize.
did. You're saying
You
I
said
did
with
do
your
something
words.
that I did.
Not even completely into the first point, and it's already a complete dumpster fest of an argument. Willy states that Hasan has a history of being hasty with reporting and cites Hasan's Ukraine coverage as the first point. But Hasan states that since he apologized for it, it doesn't matter. However, while Willy was trying to explain how Hasan wasn't really apologetic, Hasan opts to keep yelling over Willy and not give him a chance to explain, which entirely defeats the purpose of a debate, which is to hear out two sides of an argument fairly. I actually got curious to see the extent to which Hasan apologized, so I found a video in question, and after looking through it, I'm honestly not that impressed. While he does admit wrongdoing, he still tries to maintain that this was done in response to the US and NATO / the US stating like Russia didn't have eyes out for Ukraine after they annexed the Crimean Peninsula, which was originally part of Ukraine, by the way. He also spends a good portion of his video fighting with his chat. So all in all, at best you have a bare minimum of apology after antagonizing and beefing with people beforehand. Even Hasan's own fans think that his apology sucked and that he handled the whole drama poorly. You're also going to apologize to Adam for slandering him as a Nazi and racist for disagreeing with your shitty Ukraine-Russia takes?
When a creator by the name of Adam something made a video debunking the Gravel Institute's terrible video, Hasan, instead of choosing to watch Adam's video and learn more about the conflict, decided to just call Adam a Nazi, side with the now deleted video.
Adam something posted a 40-minute video about how Gravel lies about Azov, so a bunch of Euro sock dems might come in here being fucking annoying. Dude, I'm sorry to say this, but, you know, Europeans and fucking being secret crypto neo-Nazis goes hand in hand sometimes, okay? Europe and pro-NATO Europeans being a fucking fan of Nazis or running defense for Nazis is not exactly news to me, okay? Holy shit.
This guy hasn't even watched the video yet and is already coming to this conclusion. Adam then responded to Hasan by calling him stupid. Hasan then claims Adam can only come to that conclusion if he's racist.
Hasan didn't mean to insult me. He simply reached the narrow limits of his understanding of the world. Dude, I can't do this. The narrow limits. Yeah, dude, just fucking say I'm a Turk roach with a cockroach brain and move on, okay? Yeah, fuck it. I'm saying it, dude, okay? This motherfucker, not exactly out of the alt-right pipeline, okay? Straight up, dude.
Sounds like Hasan has a track record of getting things wrong and demonizing people. Now, who else could be saying this?
Is this what you're going to do? You're going to talk over me when I'm giving you the answer?
No.
I'm giving you a very straightforward answer. I did do that.
Hasan's saying no, like we can't see him blatantly trying to talk over Willy while he explains himself.
I said that Russia would never invade Ukraine, which is true. I did say that because I did think that it would be an unimaginably stupid decision for Russia, okay, which I claimed would be impossible to occupy Ukraine, a country with 44 million people whose entire national independence movement has revolved around literally trying to escape from Russia for the most part, regardless of the Russian-speaking population in the Eastern Front, okay? Having said that,
I mean,
however,
this has nothing to do with what I said, though. This is all just random nonsense.
Yeah, because you're a fucking scumlord drama farmer. Of course it doesn't have anything to do with anything. Because the specifics don't matter to you.
The specifics do matter.
Well, if they do, then when I describe...
All right, here, I got another one. Let's do this one, too.
There's an entire YouTube video called I Was Wrong About Ukraine. Like, there's literally...
and in that same video, you make more claims about...
Like what?
If I remember, I mean, this is a year ago.
No, go ahead.
Video.
Go ahead.
I'm guessing
like what?
You didn't watch that either.
Like what? Of course I didn't watch it.
So
why would I watch a fucking drama
stream?
farmer who has no understanding of geopolitical conflict?
Now, at this point, Hasan is utilizing his one and only advantage he has in this debate against Willy, and that is that he has much more experience dealing with geopolitical topics. But all of that doesn't matter because the main point is about Hasan making wild statements and demonizing people who disagree with those statements, not whatever Ukraine's national independence movement is from Russia. It's also funny that Hasan tries to boil Willy down as a drama farming YouTube channel, like Hasan doesn't flip-flop between just some random guy giving random takes.
I'm just a dumb idiot with a Twitch stream who is live reacting to the news and trying to make sense of everything as it's ongoing. I usually have a policy of not covering breaking news, and sometimes that policy is violated, but ultimately I am not held up by the same journalistic standards, even though I think I do a much better job than most other news outlets in general.
Or a super serious political commentator.
What I care about is the facts of the matter.
Basically Schrodinger's political streamer. This farce of a debate is so sad to see. I don't even know how much longer I can watch this, and the debate isn't even 10 minutes yet. Hasan is being super aggro and tries to steamroll Willy after he makes a devastating mistake of not memorizing talking points from a video over a year old on a debate he was dragged into quickly. Wow, I can't believe that Willy doesn't remember exactly what happened in a video that's over a year old. How desperate do you think that Hasan is if he's taking this as a win? Willy has made a bunch of videos since that year. He's obviously not going to remember minute details on a random video. No wonder why Hasan was rushing Willy into the debate. He knows he can't bring up any points because he won't do any research on Willy and what he thinks. Which is again, debate 101, finding out what your opponent is thinking.
You're the one who asked for this debate, and now you're all confused and butthurt that you're getting fucked up in it. Like, I don't know what to do.
I'm sorry. You fucking brainlet. Give me what the fucking inconsistency was. You made the video. You made the video. Give me the inconsistency or what you consider to be false information. Are you having a hard time without a script or without people fucking feeding you clips that you can post?
Pretty good, bro. Nobody's fed me anything.
Dude, you're killing it. You're killing it, dog. Come on, go ahead. What's the second point? What is the lie that I told about Ukraine?
It's not a lie. It's just you made more claims. You made more basic.
Like what?
Claims.
What is the claim?
I gotta go pull it up in the video because you didn't.
You didn't prepare for your own fucking.
anything.
You didn't prepare where you were literally coming on here to talk about not Israel Palestine, mind you, but about Ukraine, and you didn't even fucking prepare with talking points.
I'll talk
Really?
to you about Israel Palestine. That'll be the next point. It's you doing the same thing again.
Oh
Well, dude,
my
how
God.
do you impromptu ask me
I'm
to
sorry,
a debate
Felix.
this minute? If I had a day to prepare, I would have everything, but you didn't. You just completely you blew
Dude,
this whole
it's your
thing up, so I
video.
have
It's your
to
video
figure it out.
about me. This should be so simple for you to be like, this is where you lied. Just say
All
it.
right,
We
I
already
need the
established that the
video,
first
but
thing,
I'm
the
gonna
first
have
thing
to
you
find
did
the
was wrong.
timestamp. All right, you got to give me a minute.
Okay.
This
Are
is
you trying to
research.
link
You
me your
haven't
video?
done
I'm
this
not going to watch your
before.
video. Just say it with your mouth, with your words. Go ahead.
I have to watch my video to see what my receipt is because this is a year old. Right? I didn't know I didn't know where this
You don't
whole
even know your
conversation
own
was
video.
going.
You don't know the contents of your own fucking video.
I made it
Really?
a year ago, bro.
You think you're
I like how
doing a
this
good
isn't
job
done
right
for
now?
you when instead
Do
of
you think
letting
you're
me
doing a good
find the
job right now
receipt-
defending your position? Like it's
Yeah,
such
I
a
do,
profound
bro.
position.
You're doing
It's such a
exactly what I
profound
expect you to
position
do.
that you don't even fucking remember your own talking points. Oh my lord!
Dude, I'm trying to find your talking point.
This is the
I'm
this
trying
is
to
the
find your talking point.
I know my talking points that you claim are wrong
Mm-hmm.
should be, in the chamber for you to fire off. You came on here because you thought, let's have a
Bro, you
conversation
invited
about these
me out
fucking
of the-
videos that I've
into
made.
the video instantly right now, right when I was out. I
Stop
came back
complaining.
home
Give me the
for
talking
this.
points. Come
Now
on.
look at how you
Stop.
shift the goalposts around. You're
Stop
such a coward.
complaining. Tell
You gotta
me
wait- you
what
gotta
it
wait 5 minutes
was.
for me to find this.
Stop
You gotta wait a bit.
bitching. Tell me what it fucking was. You started the conversation by talking about Ukraine. Why did you bring up Ukraine if you weren't fucking ready to talk about it? Your
Bro,
first
'cause
point that you brought
invited
up was
me
that
on
I never
instantly,
apologized
dude.
for it. I
didn't have-
debunked it within
have
fucking
everything
seconds.
listed out and all the receipts right here, but you said get on now. Willy No Show.
Okay, go
Now
ahead.
I'm here,
Come
and now
on,
I'm
Willy
pulling
No
up the
Show. Come
receipt.
on. What's the
All
second
you're doing
talking
is
point?
yelling in my ear while I'm pulling up the receipt.
Willy No Show, give me the second talking point. If you're not this fucking passionate about the subject, then you're basically admitting that you're a
When
fucking
I make my
bottom-feeding
video,
drama
it's going to
farmer
be there,
who
and
has
you're just
no
gonna
interest
look
in.
retarded. Like you're just
Do
gonna
you-
look retarded because I'm gonna pull it up in my when I make my
then
video.
pull it up.
It's
Then
there.
pull it up. Stop fucking complaining about it after the fact. Go ahead. I'm here. All right now. If you are genuinely interested in truth and research or whatever,
And-
you have this wonderful opportunity. You have this wonderful
You won't
opportunity to
stop- you won't
ask me
give a
personally.
minute to pull it up. I'm trying to listen, but I'm hearing you twice. Once from my video and once from you just bitching in my ear.
Oh my god.
Again, I need to emphasize how much of a joke this debate is so far, and it's not even at the 10-minute mark. The video in question is over a year old. If you're a YouTuber who constantly makes videos, you're not going to be able to reliably remember a random video you made over a year ago. I also like how Hasan mocks Willy and taunts him to get on by calling him Willy No Show. And despite the fact that Willy's clearly here, he's still name calling. Literal playground insults thrown around by Hasan. Very mature from a serious political commentator. Also lol at Hasan getting mad at Willy for not finding the video fast enough when he's yelling in his ear the whole time.
So
Do
it's
you
just
think that I
another
didn't cover?
example of you.
Wait,
being
hold on.
wrong.
Hold on. Do you think that I didn't cover Kyiv getting bombed? Like I hid that or something?
No, you did, but it's your accusation saying it doesn't, saying it won't happen. There's no way it'll happen.
Yeah. Do you think that bombing Kyiv specifically, it was what Russia did? Do you think that was a good thing for Russia to do?
I didn't say
Do you
it
think
was
that
a
it was
good
a?
thing.
Do you have any
I hope
genuine
you don't
opinions?
think it was a good thing.
Do you have any genuine opinions about
Yeah, my opinion
Russia's
is that was
involvement
bad.
in the Ukraine?
My opinion on that is that you shouldn't be talking about shit
Brother,
you know nothing
hold
about.
up.
You
We're
shouldn't
having
be
a conversation about
making
Ukraine and
blind
Russia.
claims
We're having a
that
conversation
you
about Ukraine and
always do.
Russia, and I'm
No,
asking
we're
you a
having
specific
conversation
question.
about you,
I'm
actually.
asking you
You're
a
trying to shift the
specific
conversation.
question.
My conversation's about you because my videos are about you and your pattern of behavior and your poor reporting, and now you're trying to shift it all these other ways because you know you can't face the truth. That you
Russia
suck at
had
this,
not.
bro.
Russia had not bombed. Russia had not bombed Kiev at the time. That's number one. Number two. Of course, as soon as that did happen, I covered it. Of course I did, because
Dude,
that's what I'm doing.
The criticism
I'm covering the
isn't
news.
that you didn't cover it. The criticism is that you're making baseless claims you don't know anything about, talking so confidently, as if you got a whole fucking research team behind you. When you don't, you're talking out your ass. This is the
Brother,
classic
do you have a
copy
whole research
on the
team
gro-
behind you? Because
yeah, it's
you're
called
not.
me. I actually did research just now, and you could barely be patient enough to sit there and listen through it. You had to
Because
go ahead and
it's a
scream
video.
through my
You made
ear
a
the
video
whole
a year
time.
ago about me talking about like
Yes.
my opinion
Yes, it's
on
about
Russia
you
and
your bad
Ukraine.
reporting.
You personally do not
Yes.
have an opinion on Russia or Ukraine at all.
do.
I have taken
my opinion
accountability
is that
on
who-
my. I've taken
my opinion is that
accountability
if you're
on the
going to
things that I've
report on
reported
something,
wrong.
You should do the research. If I'm not willing to
I
talk
have
about
taken
push-up
accountability
papers
on the
without
things
doing
that I have
research,
reported
why are you
wrong on.
reporting in wars when you can't do the
Willy
most
no
basic
script.
shit?
Listen to me.
What does Willy's stance on Ukraine and Russia even matter here? I thought this debate was to determine if what Willy said about Hasan is true, not what he thinks about Russia bombing Kiev, which he agrees is horrible, by the way. Hasan also tries to argue about having a team to do research, which I don't even know why, because he also doesn't have a team, but at least Willy was able to demonstrate the fact that he could do research. His videos speak for themselves.
Do you think when I say, guys, I don't think that Russia will bomb Kiev is actually, in your opinion, like me making up something? Or do you think
you're
it's
actually
speculation?
No, the clip is actually you talking really condescendingly about people who think that could happen. That's the clip.
Okay, but yeah, okay. You don't,
Yeah,
so
why
is
are
this
you-
all
why
just
are you
tone
doing
policing?
You don't
Is
know
that what it
the fuck
is?
You're talking about.
Is this all, so all of this is just you personally tone policing the way I'm
No,
covering
it's
the
not
fucking
tone
news?
policing. It's about your.
Do you have
poor
any
reporting.
genuine interest or any curiosity in like Russia and Ukraine at all? Or is all you do fucking drama farming off of clips? Because over the course of this entire conflict, I've dedicated tens or hundreds of hours into my coverage, and the analysis in and of itself comes from a solid foundation. Now, the predictions might be wrong, and it certainly was, which is something that I took accountability for, even though you said I had not. So here's my
you really
question
didn't.
to you.
You then
Did
just
you
did the
look
same
into,
mistake again. You did the same criticism again.
Did you look into, okay, what sources I was looking at and where I was getting this opinion from?
Yeah,
Because
there were sources
beyond
and opinions
just
for
like
you to,
looking
for
at
you to
beyond just
view
like
on that.
looking at YouTube clips and regurgitating talking points, specifically that you've heard from other like neoliberal
I create
commentators
the
and
talking
whatsoever.
point.
Neoliberal
It's me. It's
neoliberal
coming from me.
commentators is the same fucking 5 clips that you are going to
Bro,
present
you
here.
think
and
Destiny's
tone
secretly
police on
behind
it.
this? Is this what
And
you're crying about right now? Is this why you keep saying random
does it sound like I'm
shit?
I'm
Yeah,
crying
it
to
does.
you?
You just said, yeah, it does. You're talking about stuff that doesn't matter.
Brother,
and you're trying to shift
you
the
said-
goalposts
you
away
said-
from the criticism, which is your poor reporting. You bring me on to debate, you let me pick the debate topic, and now you won't engage. It's
Okay.
incredibly frustrating.
I am
and it's really
trying
just-
to I am
really just
trying to
classic
engage with
Hasan.
you.
I don't even know why Hasan is crying about tone policing when the main issue is that he doesn't do proper research and acts very aggressive and condescending when people have different opinions, even going so far as to demonize them. If these are truly just predictions like you say, then why do you get so mad at other people for saying different things?
IDF didn't bomb the hospital. Change title. IDF didn't bomb the hospital. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Yes, it fucking did. You fucking piece of shit. Yes, it absolutely did. Fuck you. Fuck you. You genocidal scumbag.
Also, the neoliberal comment is totally a dig at Destiny. Even Willy realizes this. Hasan is still mauling about Destiny even after all these years. Honestly, it's pretty sad that even after all these years, Hasan still lives in constant paranoia that everyone who rags on him was sent from the shadows by Destiny like it's the Matrix. Crazy how Hasan's biggest op is a 5'8" debate bro whose wife cheated on him was a gay twink.
I am
You
trying
aren't.
to
You're talking
engage
in
with you.
circles
I'm
about
trying to
stuff that's
engage
not
with you.
important.
I'm trying to
That's what
engage
you're
with you
doing.
in good faith as best as I possibly can. and all you've done
It
so
isn't
far
good
is
faith.
Good faith. Yeah, good faith is when you try and yell over the other person and mock him for not being able to exactly remember the details on a year-old video after pushing for an impromptu debate. That's definitely good faith. Also, threatening to mute Willy after you spent a good chunk of the debate speaking over him is just rich to see. Hasan's like a Clash Royale wizard. Can dish it out, but can't take it. Hasan thinks that the problem is him speculating wrong in his tone, but the main issue is that often his speculations are wrong, which makes you think that if you frequently predict wrong, either get more info before coming to a conclusion, or maybe stop blindly guessing. As for tone, getting rabid and going on in-depth rants about how anyone who doesn't agree with your predictions is a genocidal bigot isn't a tone issue. Let's just say it's a lot more than that.
So, for instance, like the missile hit the Gaza hospital, both sides blamed each other. That's the breaking news, right? And
Yeah.
instead of waiting for more information, you jump to conclusions saying it was 100% Israel. 100%.
Okay.
You were so
Good-
confident.
good
You were, like,
point.
deleting all the
Good
chatters.
point. Good point. Can I ask you a
Can I
question?
go through the whole thing before you go?
No. Hold
Before
on.
we
This
get
is
off
important.
topic
This
and
is
derail.
important. I have a no. We're not jumping. We're talking about this. Okay. We're
Okay.
talking about this specific thing. Finally, now we're talking about Israel and Palestine. When I said that, I didn't just go, "Oh, I have no other opinion on this matter. I simply think Israel definitely did this because I want Israel to have definitely done this." The reason why I said this, and you do this regularly, okay? When I say something on this stream, okay, oftentimes, especially if it's
Did
a
you watch the
developing
video?
story,
Like, how do you know I say this stuff?
especially if it's a developing story, when I say something on an issue that is happening, I look to all of the circumstantial evidence on the matter, and I look to everything else that is going on thus far. Now, we're two adult individuals here. Do you think it is unfair to say Israel blew up the hospital, like Israel bombed the hospital?
I think when there's a claim like that, you wait for information, right? I mean, there's
Okay.
a million things.
The
to
information is that
there's a million-
information
like,
is
can I
that there
talk? Can I
was.
respond? There's a
you said-
million things
okay.
to criticize the IDF for that's right out there, right? You know this. I've seen you do it all day on stream. You get them on shit that they 100% deserve. But when there's something like that, and instead of waiting for reports, while the report is literally Israel and Hamas blame each other, right? You don't know what the story is. You don't
Okay.
know who did it or not. And you say 100%, they 100% did it.
So they finally start debating on Israel versus Palestine, and not gonna lie, it seems slightly better than a Ukraine discourse since Hasan actually seems to admit fault at first. But then Hasan starts to ask Willy who does he think really bombed the hospital, and then things really kick into high gear.
All of the circumstantial evidence at the time, of course, after the 6,000 bombs that Israel had dropped on Gaza, a densely populated open-air prison, the 6,001st bomb, understandably, was going to be an Israeli bomb. To this day, we still do not know whether this was an Islamic Jihad rocket that was misfired or whether or not this was actually
Right, it's an
an
investigation,
artillery shell
right?
that might have hit a fuel tank
Yeah.
or even some other kind of munition that Israel
So
may
why
have
did
deployed.
you say it was
now, the
100%
reason why
Israel and then call everyone genocidal freaks that disagreed with you?
You don't
You
actually
called everyone
watch the
genocidal
content
freaks,
beyond
you demonized them.
because first of all, because they
Just
are.
like you do every time,
because the
by the
Israeli
way. You
government
do
is
this all the
genocidal. What the
time.
fuck are you
This is
talking
your
about,
thing.
you dumb
This is your
fuck?
fucking thing.
4,500 children have been ruthlessly
Oh, now
slaughtered. You
shift
think
the
that's not
topic again.
genocidal?
Yeah, shift the topic again
Oh,
to
the
something
one
I didn't
hospital
even
might.
say.
Wait, Willy, shut the fuck up and listen, dumbass.
Yeah,
do you
yeah,
really
no, go
think?
on, do it.
Do you really think that if one fucking hospital wasn't bombed by Israel and this was a fucking actual misfire, that all of a sudden means that like? That all of a sudden means that like Israel's not doing ethnic cleansing?
Right now, you're doing it in real time.
Dude,
It's
just
hilarious.
fucking answer my question.
even
Do
what I
you
said.
think that the ethnic cleansing campaign, if you take out the bombing, okay?
Yeah.
If you take out the one time that this hospital's bombed, okay? If you take that out, do you think out of the equation, do you think Israel is all of a sudden not doing ethnic cleansing in Gaza?
No, that's not what I said. Look, this is what you're trying to
I'm
make me
asking
say.
you. I'm
I
asking
didn't-
you. Okay,
I
then
just said no.
then
I just said no. And
Yeah, this debate is a complete mess. It would have honestly been better if they rebranded it into old school internet blood sports because at least it would have been more honest. The thing that gets me though is that Hasan gets extremely angry at the fact that Willy says that he demonizes the whole of Israel as genocidal freaks, which is a disgusting mischaracterization. Because while you have ground to stand on when directing this at the IDF and Israeli government, There is absolutely no excuse to attack the random civilians just living in Israel. They didn't want war or to live in a war zone, and while the IDF has done many terrible things that they absolutely can and should be criticized for, Hamas isn't much better. They have also done civilian attacks and have killed many with their blatant lack of regard for human life. So yes, it would make sense that we would question who really dropped the bomb when both sides are claiming the other did it with minimal evidence. You just want to sweep under the rug all the Hamas atrocities. They harp back and forth on if Israel or Palestine bombed the hospital some more after this, but what I will say is that based on this incident and others, it is clear that Hasan has a habit of making hasty judgments, which by itself isn't the worst, but the fact that you believe you're so right based off said hasty judgments and are quick to demonize people who disagree, only to do a half-ass walk back when the truth comes out, now that's the problem. At this point, just wait for more info before giving judgments. You're just embarrassing yourself.
All right. I criticized you for jumping to conclusions, right? Which, by the way, a lot of streamers didn't. A lot of new streamers didn't, right? I would have been down to make videos on them. Some did, but a lot didn't, right?
No, you wouldn't, dumbass. You only do this because it gets you fucking views. You don't give a shit about Israel.
All you did was justify the bad, like justify why
Israel
you should be
claimed
able to
that the
report
BBC
things
was
badly.
doing modern
You
blood
won't let me
libel.
talk. This is what you just said. All you did right there was justify why you should be able to report things badly. And then you dismissed it all saying, well, Israel's attacking Gaza right now, so none of it matters if I got it wrong.
Because,
That's what you
of
just
course,
did. It's fucking
because
embarrassing.
the point that you're trying
It's
to argue
embarrassing.
here without actually saying
the point
it.
is that you should just wait and fucking do a good job reporting. Why were you
Dog,
jumping to conclusions,
dog,
making
the
concrete statements you know nothing about? That's the same
Okay,
criticism. You
I'm
haven't
gonna lose my
disproved that
mind.
at all.
I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Listen to me.
I'm
okay?
losing my mind, bro, because it's just
First
like
of all,
constant,
one, you're
irrelevant
holding
information
me to
throwing
a
at
fucking higher standard than the fucking BBC, which the Israeli
No,
government
I'm
said
not.
was
They
blood
actually
libel
apologized.
for
They actually
arriving at the same
rescinded.
fuck. You know why I didn't apologize? You know why I didn't apologize?
You haven't done that.
You want to know why I didn't apologize? You want to know why I didn't apologize? Do you care?
Why don't you let me
Do you
talk?
care? Do you want me to tell you why I didn't apologize?
I know why you didn't apologize, because you never do. You always double down or ship the goal.
Wait, I don't apologize?
This is
I don't
what you always
apologize?
do.
That's
You always
crazy,
ship
because
the
you said I never
goalposts.
apologized about being wrong about Ukraine, but I did.
Yeah,
and you
yeah, and
fucking
then you-
lied and said
But
that,
then
oh,
you
well,
I didn't
actually, you
lie.
were just
It's-
backing
it's
away.
Very consistent. I'm very consistent with it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
you-
consistently wrong, you dense fuck. Listen.
I haven't. You don't even watch the videos. How would you know if
Why
I'm
would
wrong?
I watch
you
your
don't even watch
dumbass
the
drama
video. It's
farming
crazy.
videos? You don't give a shit about anything. You
it's
don't give a shit
not-
about this
this
conflict.
right
You don't
here,
give a shit
you
about
not
this
watching my
beyond it
videos.
pushing your fucking
You
personal.
not watching my videos is the same level of reporting that you give Israel and Gaza. It's the same level of reporting that
Okay,
you give
okay.
Ukraine.
I'm gonna be
And
honest with
level
you.
reporting.
I'm gonna be
You
honest
don't
with
even
you.
put
If
the
you
bare
think
minimum effort in, and just
you
watch
are
the shit.
revealing,
Just
you're
watch
revealing how stupid you are by claiming that watching a fucking YouTube video is the same as like reading news reports
I'm
and
not
talking
saying
to
it's the
on the
same.
ground
I'm saying
journalists and
you-
forensic analysts.
No, I'm not. I'm saying you won't even do the bare minimum, and you won't even do it for a drama video.
I'm
You won't
losing
do
my
it for
fucking
anything.
mind. Why would I
You never
care
do
about
it.
your drama video, dumb fuck?
Yeah, you do. That's why you invited me on. And now
I
you're just, like,
invited you
sitting here
on.
coping.
I invited you on because I thought that you genuinely had a perspective that it was at odds with mine on Israel-Palestine. You
Yeah, my
said,
perspective-
never mind,
hold on,
it's
I'll
not
give
what
my
we're going to
pal-
talk
I'll-
about.
can I
We're
give
going to
my
talk about
perspective
my
on
videos that I've
Israel-Palestine?
made on you. So
Can I give
now
my
we're
perspective on
stuck
Israel-Palestine?
having this fucking stupid conversation.
We loop around to the beginning of the video where they are now arguing about watching the videos Willy made on Hasan and Hasan not wanting to watch a video made by a drama farmer. Dude, you also do the whole drama farming shtick but on world news. Kinda ironic if you ask me. And again, you challenge Willy to debate you because of his videos on you. Which you can't do if you don't know what his talking points are in the video. You're just reinforcing Willy's point that you can't do the bare minimum of research to find out the facts. Yes, a random video on Hasan isn't the same as reading news reports, but when you're out here debating because of Willy's videos, at least watch the videos for the sake of knowing what his points are going to be. Which ties into the lack of research Hasan does, since this debate is about the points in Willy's videos that Hasan didn't watch. And don't give me that bullshit of, oh, Hasan actually wanted to debate Willy to see his differing opinions. If Willy didn't make those videos on Hasan, then there would be no debate. Simple as. Honestly, Willy could have been a dick in the entire time they were having this debate. He could go, oh, how do you know I've said this? Did you watch the video? You didn't? Well, that sucks. Guess you have no idea what you're talking about. Astounding how Hasan immediately proved Willy right at the start and again right now.
Every single point that was brought forward in the immediate aftermath of the hospital was actually completely incorrect. But you didn't make a video about that. You made a video about me. Because if you made a video, because if you made a video
about you, yes, you finally get it.
Stop. Listen. Let me finish. You didn't make a video about Gio Confirmed and how viral his fucking thread was. You didn't make a video about how wrong most of the news outlets were for directly reporting what the fuck, directly reporting what the fuck Israel, directly reporting what the fuck Israel says as though it's God's honest truth, okay?
I don't report
They
like
got
that,
everything
actually.
wrong on that subject, but guess what, dude? They got everything wrong,
correct it
but there was no Willy Mac video on that because
Did
why
they
would you make
correct
it?
it? Hold on, did they correct it?
Wait.
Did they correct it?
No, they haven't.
They haven't? They've just doubled down on it?
No, I'm talking about all of the fucking false testimony that they brought forward about how Israel, most of these outlets that literally just repeated whatever the fuck Israel said, just went along with it because it goes along with the overarching narrative.
Right, but but how come I gotta make a video on them just because I made a video on you? Like,
because you said, wait, hold on. In the beginning of this conversation, you literally said, if someone else had gotten information wrong, I would have done a video on them too. But only you got the information wrong.
That. If I made a video on somebody, if I made a video on
you
somebody else.
You said those exact words.
Let me correct it because that's a ridiculous statement, right?
But you did say that. If you care about misinformation, maybe you should, I don't know, make the next video about IDF and all the times that they fucking lied about every single bombing campaign.
So you're saying because I made a video on you, I now got to make a video on Israel?
Like, no, you don't have to do anything. But you can't also maintain the position that you care about the truth and honesty in journalism like you're a fucking Gamergate holdout being like, oh, I care about the ethics in video game journalism. That's why we have to dox these fucking female journalists or some shit.
I didn't dox anybody, bro. What are you talking about?
I didn't say that. I'm using... Do you know what a fucking analogy is, dumb fuck?
Hasan is now trying to play the well, if other people fucked up, so why don't you also cover them card? Which is just simply ludicrous to do. While I do agree that Willy did say that he would have made a video on all of them, that's kind of ridiculous. Because A, you aren't omnipotent, so obviously it is impossible to monitor what everyone says online, and B, Willy is only one guy. At the end of the day, he can only do so much with video production. Especially when there's probably 10 plus different video topics that a drama channel can talk about. It's still cringe to pull the whataboutism card and say, well, if other people are doing it, why aren't you covering them? You also aren't obligated to cover a topic just because some angry dude online says to. Also, I'm laughing at Hasan getting mad at Willy for not covering other people in a Hasan-centric video. Yeah, no shit, Willy didn't talk about them. Also, what the fuck was that Gamergate reference? Dog, that shit was over 10 years ago. Let it go. Bro thought Gamergate was some sort of magic cheat code that would have let him auto-win the argument and not sound like a terminally online weirdo. Kinda weird to try and mention doxing women and slide it as a point against Willy, even if it is an analogy. Sounds like bad faith to me.
Repeat whatever fucking thing I'm thinking about out of my ass.
You do all the time. That's what the video.
That's not true because I'm telling
watch
you.
the video, dude. Hold on. In the same stream,
I'm telling you where my analysis comes from. Talking to
you reframed this entire thing,
brother. You have literally complained here about one hospital bombing that is still not proven. One hospital bombing that is still not proven to be an Islamic Jihad rocket by saying third-party forensic.
You say 100%, and then everybody who says otherwise, you were calling genocidal.
I still think
that's what you did on stream. That's what you did.
I did do that because they are. If you're defending Israel, you are genocidal.
Right, but if you simply
wait, do you think defending it? Okay, let's talk about that. Do you think defending Israel? Do you think defending Israel's actions?
Look how you're doing this now. You're now saying
because you brought up a new point. You brought up a new point. We're moving on. We're not gonna watch your shit ass video.
Yeah, Hasan is just flat out floundering this debate. And for the record, I don't exactly think that Willy's doing the best job here too. But at least with Willy, you can chalk it up to lack of actual debate experience. Hasan is trying his absolute hardest and still fumbling. Man really said that we don't have enough evidence to prove that the hospital bombing is done by jihads, but at the same time, that also means that there isn't enough evidence to prove that the bombing was done by the IDF. So it's still the same deadlock point they've been squabbling over for the past 15 minutes. Hasan yet again doubles down on accusing people of being genocidal if they said that Israel might not have done the hospital bombing. Yeah, we don't know who bombed the hospital at that time, and even you admit it when you say that's uncertain if the explosion was of jihad origin. But of course you would never give Israel the same benefit of the doubt even after Hamas has also killed innocent civilians for their holy crusade. The overarching issue is, again, Hasan's lack of proper research and the fact that he doubles down and gets incredibly antagonistic to any opposition he encounters to his take.
I don't think you watch a lot of the streams, because if you did, you would understand where a lot of my analysis is coming from, and you wouldn't be fucking making erroneous
Don't really
claims
analysis,
like this.
bro. You kind of do bro politics and just shoot from the hip. It's largely
I'm sorry.
what you do.
Okay, okay, got it. What kind of politics do you watch, or what kind of politics do you actually engage with then?
I mean,
Yeah, I have a style that. Wait, I don't get it. I have a style that you don't like. Okay, the end. That doesn't.
Yeah, but it's you. The style is you being wrong about stuff. The style's about you doing wrong. Like, it's the same criticism. We're just gonna talk in circle again, dude. Do you feel like you radicalize your audience when you get stuff wrong on this sort of reporting?
Explain. I would love to hear what you mean
So,
by
like,
this.
for instance, like you and Ethan on like Israel, right? He's 100% seems like he sympathizes with the Palestinians, right?
Yeah, 100%. I agree
Comes
with
on
that.
stream, yeah, all that good stuff.
Okay.
But then when he goes ahead and he's like saying stuff like, dude, your whole chat's calling me racist. Your whole chat's calling me a genocidal freak, right? Are you going to do anything about that? You don't. And the reason why they do that is because you sit
It's
there.
really interesting you said that. Do you think
you won't let me finish?
every single day up until that very moment, every single day up until that very moment, I told my community,
Yeah,
if
I'd
you
be
actually
scared
did
too.
watch beyond the clips, you would know that every single day, since the Leftovers broadcast, including the immediate aftermath of the Leftovers broadcast, the first time we talked at the Leftovers at the H3HU studio, I told my community that Ethan is sympathetic to Palestinians and that he is not your enemy. To yell at him in this situation would be fucking fruitless, ridiculous. Plenty of people tried to find drama.
The reason why your audience does it is because
hold on. You asked me what kind of community cultivation I engage in.
You didn't even know what I was going to ask because you cut me off.
Okay, go ahead.
That's what you fucking did.
Okay, go ahead. I'm being very rude to my guest, by the way, but go on. I'm sorry, Felix.
Am I your guest? Who's your guest? All right, I was just saying, do you feel like you radicalize your audience because your audience calls Ethan
he's talking
racist,
about me.
even though he's pro-Palestinian, right? And the reason why they do that is because whenever anybody just reports like a basic fact, like Israel likely didn't do the Gaza hospital bomb, right? Your response is to freak out and call that chatter genocidal and say that they hate all Arabs. So that's why they do. You feel like you're radicalizing them to do it. I mean, they do it for a reason.
Are you taking are you in your own assessment here taking things out of context over the course of an 8-hour broadcast where you think maybe
in context. It's all in context.
No, you don't know the context.
You gotta prove to
because
me that
you
I
can
took
look
it
at
out
it
of context.
because you can look at a fucking banning that is occurring on a stream and not recognize that banning is happening because it might be a sock account. That banning might be happening because someone is bad faith. That banning might be happening because I'm sorry. We're talking about how I cultivate my community and how I moderate my community. How the fuck is telling you how I moderate my community irrelevant? Everything it seems that goes against whatever narrative you want to frame is irrelevant in your opinion. So yeah, no wonder you want me to just watch the fucking YouTube video and sit in the goddamn shadows. Everything is irrelevant. You're asking me questions about how I operate. This is supposed to be your research. This is supposed to be your research, isn't it?
Dude, you stream 8+ hours a day pretty much every day. Obviously, Willy isn't able to view everything. That of itself is basically 56+ hours a week. There is no way anyone sane is able to view every moment of your streams. I don't even get the point of this. Is Willy supposed to dump straight 8-hour raw uncut stream VODs into his video or something to prove that he isn't clipping you out of context? Hasan also tries to claim that he doesn't radicalize his audience, especially with the treatment of Ethan. But here's the thing about this statement. Hasan has generated a very negative opinion of Israel. Now, normally this wouldn't be much of an issue since everyone has their beliefs and Israel hasn't done much to help disprove this notion. But when you're openly calling people genocidal for saying maybe Israel didn't bomb the hospital, don't be surprised when you get people so vitriolic that they will even attack someone who Hasan openly admits is sympathetic to the Palestinian cause just because he also criticizes some of the extremists on the Palestine side. While Hasan does say that he tries to limit the amount of hate directed at Ethan, which is fair, what Hasan doesn't seem to recognize is that by openly being hateful towards people who don't share the exact same sentiment as him, His Twitch chat will obviously copy/mirror that attitude because Twitch chat is well known for only having 2 brain cells combined and they just want to mirror whatever their streamer is saying. This isn't even just directed at Hasan, by the way. Coupled with the fact that Hasan is a primary political streamer and it's also a well-known secret that politics gives you brain rot. So I am not surprised that Ethan got immense backlash for his lukewarm takes on Israel and Palestine to the point of where leftovers had to be scrapped. While Hasan did try and stem the hate against Ethan to his credit, the main problem is that his fans are extremely rabid, and once they smelled Ethan's blood in the water, they swarmed him. Hasan is a massive political content creator with a pretty large echo chamber due to how he treats differing opinions, no matter how mundane, so it's no surprise that Ethan got treated the way he did. I obviously don't think that Hasan wanted this to happen to Ethan or encouraged his fans, but they simply picked up on his habits and applied it to what they watch, in this case, the Leftovers podcast. Hasan misses the point and thinks that Willy is saying he has no moderation, when in reality, Willy is saying that how Hasan handles other people's why his audience is so toxic to Ethan. His moderation isn't the problem, it's how he treats different opinions that's the problem. Of course, Hasan tries to derail his sock account talk like that's the main issue here, not how his behavior affects his audience.
First of all, I'm not a journalist. I've never said I'm a journalist.
You do reports from the ground, bro. That's what you said.
Wait, when I said I do reports from the ground, where is that from? Do you have a clip? Oh, yeah,
it's before. It's why you said you wouldn't go on Piers Morgan.
Can you send me the clip? Because I think it's probably a miscommunication. Like, I've never said I do on the ground reporting. If I said that, I probably misspoke.
I mean, it's more me being facetious, but if you want to watch it, we can watch it. Let's do it.
Oh, so you're admitting that you
everyone knows
lying and saying that I'm an on-the-ground reporter.
You just sit in your fucking house. Everybody knows you don't actually report from the ground.
Yeah, which is why I would never say that. So I don't know why.
You did say that though. That's what's funny.
I probably was talking about how I work with on-the-ground reporters. I don't personally engage in on-the-ground reporting, so it probably was a moment where I misspoke. I've never said that I do on-the-ground reporting.
Yeah, I know. No, everyone knows you don't actually do on-the-ground reporting.
Wait, so why did you bring that up then?
I was just giving you shit.
Wait, so I don't understand. So where is your supposedly quote-unquote journalistic integrity in this situation? So it's like...
So I mean, it's a video that's also entertaining, so sometimes I just am making fun of you, and other times... It is actually a serious allegation.
All right, got it.
Yeah, I mean, you make jokes on stream. I mean,
yeah, I do. Which then you apparently, or if I misspeak, apparently you fucking use it in your commentary as though it's like super serious. So anyway,
I didn't name one example that I did that.
I don't know. I don't watch your videos, so
yeah. So don't make shit up. Here's a classic example.
Don't make shit up. You just said I fucking say I'm reporting on the ground when we both know I didn't.
Exactly right.
And also, on top of that, you literally started the conversation by saying you never apologized for fucking being wrong about Russia invading Ukraine.
You usually double down or shift the goalpost is what you do.
That's not true. Yeah. I literally said
that's just what we talked about for the last hour, bro.
Dude, I honestly can't take much more of this. Apparently, it's not journalistic integrity to make obvious jokes in your videos. Hasan, we all know your ass isn't doing shit besides sitting at your computer all day. But now, all of a sudden, you want to take a joke statement seriously in an attempt to dunk on Willy. Then he gets mad that Willy apparently takes all of his statements seriously. While Hasan never tells what statements that he was joking about / misspoke about, so we don't know. But assuming Hasan is honest, A, you never even mentioned anything about misspeaking until now, so how is Willy supposed to know? And B, even when you do apologize, you do so in a half-assed way that comes across as very insincere and trying to deflect blame. Like was your Ukraine apology video.
This was the most unproductive.
I know, because you're mad I disagree with you, and you're mad that
no, I'm not. I'm not mad that you disagree with me. Plenty of people disagree with me. I yell at my chat every fucking day, dumbass. There are people who disagree with me that have been in here for 5 fucking years. Shut the fuck up. No, that's not true. There's a difference between disagreements. There's a difference between disagreements and someone who is just trying to cut drama as hard as they fucking can. You don't know anything about Israel or Palestine. You don't give a shit about Israel or Palestine. You're just trying to fucking make money by cutting drama, which you've shown. What you're interested in.
So apparently Hasan is saying that he's mad that people disagree with him and cites him not banning some of his chatters who disagree as a reason, like he doesn't try and demonize anyone who disagrees with him. That's not true, as when Hasan demonizes someone, he goes above and beyond. I know I've been using the genocidal clip a lot, but there's also more clips like when he described a trans person as cancer for saying he wasn't that great at debating trans rights, or him saying Jay was a Nazi for not liking his React content, which is simply something. These incidents are a lot more than just simple disagreements. It's you arrogantly believing that you hold the truth based off incomplete information and forcibly trying to demonize other people who don't share your same views. Also, Hasan crying about drama channels like he doesn't do the same thing but with real news will never not be funny to me. You are shooting yourself in the foot when you describe drama farming. Self-own.
I mean, what can I do here?
What do you mean?
I'm just going to go watch the broadcast and show you lying.
Okay, go ahead. That's great. Watch the broadcast. You're most likely going to do the exact same thing that you've done thus far.
You don't even know what I did.
Which is, over the course of a fucking 8-hour broadcast, you're going to find
You didn't
another
even watch
fucking
the
moment to be
video.
like, see? He read the chat.
How do you
He
know
did
what
this.
I did?
He
You didn't
did
even
that.
watch it.
There is, over the course of an 8-hour
You right now
broadcast,
is the same thing you always do. I'm just saying.
No,
like this,
you
you're
just
doing
stop
it
saying
in
it's the
real
same thing
time.
you always
You're doing
do.
it in real time, bro.
Over the course
Okay.
of an 8-hour broadcast, if you look to literally 3
How
moments,
come
you
nobody
can
else
find me.
fucks
You
shut
can
up
find
as much as you, dude? That does 8-hour broadcast.
because no one has the most psychopathic fucking fandom like idiots like you who fucking sit through every minutia to find a
called
clippable
research.
moment.
It's
To
actually
find
just
a
called-
clippable
it's
moment
just
to be
called
like, he
basic
sucks, he's
research.
bad. That's
You
the
make
reason,
research
dickhead.
sound bad,
all right.
bro.
Anyway, I gotta go. I'm being rude to my guest. I can't believe I made Felix sit through this.
that guy.
I can't believe I made Felix sit through this. Okay.
Could I ask a question?
Oh, my guest has a question for you.
All right, let's
Go
hear
ahead.
Don't you think it's weird how like Anne Hathaway like isn't Jewish? I just found that out like last year.
I don't fucking know, bro.
Doesn't she like kind of like look like Jewish? I always thought that. I was like, let's go, that's one of ours. But apparently she isn't. She's
Are
like
you
the
Jewish?
opposite. Yeah.
Nice. Shalom.
Are you?
No, I'm not.
I was about to say Willy Mac.
I'm just
That
a Midwest
name
kid,
isn't in the
bro.
Bible.
Yeah. All right, take it easy, man.
Felix,
right.
do you have any questions for Willie Mac?
That was the question.
That's it?
Yeah.
No,
I
this is
just
a good one.
I just
No
found
notes.
out about the Anne Hathaway thing
Well,
like this year.
It's breaking news. I'm sure
Billy-
Hasan's looking into it.
Willie Mac, thank you so much for your ethics in video game journalism or your ethics in conflict
Thanks
reporting.
for coping by
I'm
just
sure.
saying stuff out
I'm
of
sure.
context.
Okay.
without
Okay.
showing
Yeah.
it
You
at
got
all.
me, dude. You fucking owe me. Okay. Thanks for
Yeah.
coping. He says. All right. Jesus Christ.
It's absolutely crazy how Hasan is still proving Willy's point that he doesn't even take the basic time to find things out like with Willy's arguments. You have an issue with Willy's videos and you don't even watch them, so how would you know what his exact issues are with you? Hasan complains yet again about Willy taking him out of context, that he still won't elaborate on how, and gets mad that Willy only puts in 2-minute clips out of his 8-hour streams like Willy's supposed to turn his videos into overglorified VOD dumps. You can't even actually prove that Willy took you out of context because you never watched the videos. Also, I love how Hasan is clinging onto Gamergate like it's gonna save his bum ass at the end. Anyone who still mentions Gamergate after 10 years needs to be sent to work in a coal mine. Might build some real character for them. Honestly though, out of this entire debate, Felix was a true MVP. He asked a real question that mattered.
Almost had a minute to myself where I felt kind of peaceful. It went by. Surprise, gray skies, the mood you got me in.
Overall, it's absolutely crazy how this debate went. Hasan demanded Willy to come on to debate immediately, only to show that he had nothing for it when he revealed that he never even watched the videos that are the reason why Hasan wanted to debate in the first place within the first minute. If someone made a video on you and you got mad about it to the point of challenging them to a debate, wouldn't it make sense that you would at least see what they said in the video so you can more easily talk about it / debunk it if they're lying? Also, how desperate do you have to be for an own where you're challenging drama farming commentary YouTubers to debate? The debate itself is just a giant loop of both people going nuh-uh to each other's points. But at least for Willy, he has the advantage of actually documenting the times Hasan fucked up. Despite that, I still don't think Willy was the best at debating. I'm not saying that his performance was the worst, but it wasn't the best either. But that's to be expected with his lack of debate experience. Hasan was more knowledgeable in geopolitical events, but that's expected with the amount of hours he has on them. Unfortunately for Hasan, the main purpose of the debate was to talk about Willy's arguments about Hasan. The lack of research part was proven within the first minute of the debate. Willy also says Hasan makes hasty reports based on minimal evidence. When people disagree with him, he demonizes them, and when more evidence comes out that proves him wrong, he shifts goalposts. Hasan tries to derail his in-depth convos about Russia-Ukraine or Israel-Palestine, but that doesn't cover the core purpose of the debate. To sum up, Hasan argued for an hour about nothing to Willy and no one changed their minds. The average internet debate. The last interaction that Willy and Hasan had was this tweet where Hasan said indefensible monsters to a tweet where a 13-year-old Arab boy was arrested, neglecting to mention the fact that said 13-year-old tried to run down and kill a 13-year-old Israeli boy. Willy decides to mock Hasan about his lack of research, and Hasan immediately proves Willy's points of making hasty judgments and demonizing people who disagree with him by calling him a depraved freak who doesn't know anything about this case. The crazy part is the proof Hasan has in his tweet blatantly describes Ahmed and his cousin as armed with knives. While Ahmed didn't kill anyone, he tried to, hence why he was arrested for attempted murder. If you want to argue that his sentence was too harsh for a 13-year-old, that's one thing, but the point is that he still tried to kill someone and obviously was punished for it. There's even footage of him chasing down people with his cousin while they hold knives. Actually just vindicating Willy by proving his point that Hasan makes hasty judgments without getting enough facts. And when people tell him otherwise, he tries to villainize them. That pretty much sums up what I want to say about this entire debate. Reminder, I have an upcoming video talking about Hasan fans coming hopefully soon. That's all I have to say. See ya.
Let's play.